And another thing, this is kind of funny. I probably shouldn't even post this. We'll see. But so I'm out here in a bit of the rain, if you can believe it or not, because I don't do bad weather, but I'm trying to stay focused, getting my walks in. Got Shango with me, and he is again getting on my nerves. So this will be his one day out this week. But I'm like, I ain't the only one out here walking his dog. So, okay. I have an observation because I'm looking at the people walking their dog. And I'm like, okay, I'm a little bit aware of the the dog etiquette, the social taboos. You know, you don't let your dog do a number without picking up after him. That's the basic common decency type thing to do. So I was told, so I've been informed. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't see nobody doing it. Not around here. Now, I've been in other cities, I've been in other towns, and I have seen something different. But a lot of times around here, I don't never see anybody picking up after their dog. And so I'm like, well, is it just a Richmond thing? I don't know. So I'm like, I got my little baggie, whatever you want to call it, my poop bag, and I'm prepared to kneel down and do the do after he has done his. And I'm like, hold up. The German Shepherd owner that just walked past me, he watched his dog drop a pound on him, and he went on about his business. It's a damn Marmaduke around this joker, and they just let their dog run outside, do his thing, and keep on going. So I'm talking like, I mean, it's all nasty, if that's the word for it, but come on now. A mini poodle versus Marmaduke. And so I'm like, I don't know. I don't know about this social etiquette. It seems like I'm the only one following it. And I'm like, well, do I need to follow it? Maybe I should just, they say, when in Rome, do as the Romans. Well, maybe I just need to do as these descendants of Rome. And so I'm like, well, that's, my idea, my thought, my observation. And I know, for instance, like you said, this is not the type of this is not the content I'm familiar with on this channel. Yeah, I know. I don't usually cover what appears to be such benign topics. Like I said, it is just an observation, but something seems to be bubbling somewhere in the back of my mind. I almost feel like there's a spiritual download pending. Because I want to say, if I go into meditative mode and think deeply about it, perhaps this is a perhaps this is a metaphor for larger issues in the American sensibility, the mindset of the country. We have rules, and how dare you not follow the rules when it applies to other folk. But when it applies to them, huh? What? Excuse me? I said, what now? What was that? Like, I just seem to I sense, I notice, I feel the vibrations of a pattern. Now, y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. Um, but like I think back and I'm getting like a flashback of one of those important news stories where everyone is always screaming about the importance of education and the importance of integrity. And how come you black people just can't get the scores and the grades that you need? And then there was a news story of a whole circuit. They did an investigation and found out it's running up rampant across the country of all these white folk, the same ones screaming, we need to just study more when it comes to black folk, when it comes to brown folk even. Come to find out they've been paying for people to take their children's tests so the scores are high. They've been paying for the graders to grade on a curve and not tell anybody. And I'm like, well, this brings me right back to this whole dog poo thing. Of course, we have rules and laws and norms, social norms and taboos. But it just always seems like all the rules were not written for the writers of the rules. The rules were written for the rest of us. While those who either wrote the rules or are intimately connected and socialize with the rule writers get to go about their day, get to go about their business unbothered by the rules. Now, if I'm tripping, feel free, tell me I'm tripping. As I said, I know it's a bit of an odd way to approach an observation on culture, starting with dog poo, but even in the courses I taught for English languages and literature, one of the approaches, one of the strategies for a good essayist is to compare and contrast two seemingly unrelated ideas in order to point out a very real, a very serious truth. So in that regard, I'm like, well, now that you come to think of it, I might be right spot on. Spot on, Joe. I might be on to something. But ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, pro-black people all across the world, and anybody that looks past the smoke and mirrors, this has just been one of my morning musings. It's beginning the drizzle has started to pick up its intensity, so I might need to stop talking and start trotting so I can get back into the dry warmth. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe is the name of the game. Please hit that like button, hit that notification bell. Share this with somebody who may either find it interesting or find it funny as I begin to get drenched out here. And I will see you on the next Morning Musing. Well, I won't see you, but you can listen to me on the next Morning Musing, and maybe I'll see you on my next nighttime deep dive on politics, news, and culture. Peace.